a lot of the time it's probably a problem that people don't really go to a pharmacist about, because they probably think, oh yeah, my eyes are just a bit uncomfortable, and they just grin and bear. But yeah.
But pharmacy has a solution.
Yeah, pharmacy has the solutions.
What can pharmacy offer?
I think there's a lot of products actually available for dry eyes, you know, the sprays, the different kind of drops, because I think we have a lot of types of drops as well that are all over the counter.
Do you understand how the spray works?
The spray? Not particularly, actually. The spray.
How do you think it works? So you close your eyes and you spray it.
I'm not sure actually, because
so people are coming into pharmacy and you're selling the spray, but you don't know how it works. How do you think it works?
How do I think it works?
Just take a guess.
Take a guess. It encourages you to blink more, possibly? I don't know. So the spray works because it's got lipids in it, and in your eye you have tears all the time, but when you have dry eyes, the watery part of the tears is, well, there's less of the tears in the eye. So what this spray does is it spreads lipid when you blink into your eye to protect the watery layer of the eye, so that more tears are retained in the eye to protect the tear film.
Arden's already said to you about the 20-20-20. So what it's saying is, when you're on a screen for 20 minutes, take a break, look away, something 20 feet away for 20 seconds, and then go there. And hopefully that will help with, you know, with your blink rate, and just giving your eyes some rest. What other lifestyle tips do you think that we could give?
Lifestyle tips. Well, first I'd ask them if they smoked by any chance. If they didn't smoke, then I wouldn't go into it. But if they did smoke, I'd say that smoking can irritate the eyes and be a cause of dry eye. I'd let them know, ask them if they wear contacts. If they did, I'd suggest, if it's all right for them, because some people, they don't like to wear glasses, so if they're okay with it, to wear contact lenses a bit less when they don't need them, because they can also be a cause of dry eye. I would also say, I'd also ask them about whether they have any blepharitis or any kind of inflammation, you know, around the eye. If there is, then I'd definitely something like Blephaclean for the eye to see if that would help. But if they didn't have it, I'd still suggest something if they seemed responsive to any of the other things that I've mentioned. What am I missing? Yeah, and then I'd also ask them about their medical history, because some of the medication can cause the dry eyes. So if they could be reviewed, but obviously sometimes you can't change the medication, so it'll just be an information thing for some people, but it might help some other people. So blink regularly as well, just to help with the lipid layer in the eye. On compresses, so 10 to 15 minutes, it should be warm, not hot, and you just leave that on your eye, and that should help your body to produce more lipids for the eye, and that should help with the dry eyes. Dry eyes wasn't a thing that a lot of people came in for, but it's one that we see more often on prescription. So prescriptions for like Lacrolube and all of those. So
you know people are suffering dry eye?
Yeah, so people are suffering dry eye, but I think they're just not coming in.
And what's the reason they're not coming in?
I think because they might think it's just like, you know, a minor problem that they can just, you know, get on with, and then it'll go away by itself, or you know, sometimes they just stand there and they blink. Gosh, that's really uncomfortable. I've learned a lot about the different ways of preventing dry eye and the ways of making it better, the different kinds of medication that you can use. Especially with the eye mist, I was never quite sure about how that one worked exactly, but now I know that it's another option that you can use instead of eye drops that some people might be more comfortable with, because some people are uncomfortable with putting drops in their eyes. So that's a very important thing that I've learned today. And I've learned about how the blink rate is crucial to dry eyes because of the lipid layer that needs to be replenished every time you blink, and that you could use blink rate as a way of trying to gauge whether someone could or could not have dry eye. I think being Eye Health Week, it could be just one of the promotional things that we do. Like when you come in, you could just ask every person that comes in, have you ever suffered from dry eyes? And then offer them a blink test where you stare at a paper for 15 seconds, and if it's uncomfortable you might have dry eye. And I think that could bring a lot of awareness to the problem, and people wouldn't have to suffer in silence. Before I came in, to be honest, eye health was probably one of my weakest areas in OTC, so I wasn't very confident about the different products and all the things that you could do about dry eye. I was kind of vaguely familiar about ingredients and the general way that some of the products worked, but I wasn't really sure. So I tended to avoid eye health, to be honest, but now I'm a bit more confident that I can give advice and I can show people the products that would suit them best.